welcome back. Thanks for tuning in again. This is going on a roll here, real quick. I just finished the Rebecca Minkoff video, so I'm not sure which one I'm going to release first. Might be this one, might be that one. But let's see here. Keeping in with this kind of more feminine marketed theme for fragrances, I figure I would go in and talk about the Shalimar. The Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. So it's by Guerlain. If you didn't know, Shalimar, right? But I like the original for the original sake because it's tradition. It's one of the oldest fragrances out there, Guerlain, and the history and all of that. It's great. Um, but as far as wearing it, it is not something, at least yet in my fragrance journey, that I'm going to be reaching for. So I haven't bought it yet. I'll go to the store, revisit it, and that's kind of like how my practice is at this point. I re-smell a bunch of things and keep pushing my boundaries, keep exploring, trying samples and all of those things. That's part of the fun in this hobby. But this one was a blind buy. I don't know really what possessed me to blind buy it years ago, and yeah, it turned out for me working well. I bought it with the intention that my wife would wear it, but it was a gamble to buy it in the first place and a gamble to see if she liked it. When I smelled it, I loved it, and she's not really too much of a fan of the really sweet scents, which I don't really think this is very overly cloyingly sweet, but it is on the sweet side. Um, it has this almost orangey dreamsicle vibe to it, but it's not, to me, um, this like concentrated saccharine sweet, um, which would be classified as cloying, but it, I don't, let's say this, that Baccarat Rouge kind of, I think it's maltol, that cotton candy sweetness. This doesn't have it, but it is a sweet fragrance in the sense of it's very good vanilla, which we all know Guerlain does very good, like fantastic vanilla. But it has this, I think it's orange, not neroli. I want to say like orange blossom or some floral aspect to it that just smooths it out and gives it a little bit more depth and richness to it rather than a superficial or superficially sweet fragrance that I see and smell in something like Baccarat Rouge. And I keep talking about it because it's popular. A lot of people can relate to it and understand my comparison. So that's why I use it as a reference point at this point. But let's look this up. Shalimar Souffle de Parfum. Okay, I guess top notes are citrus is the main accord in this. It got a 4.04 on Fragrantica, was released in 2014. The nose behind it is, of course, Thierry Wasser. And let's see, lemon, bergamot, mandarin orange top notes, orange blossom, jasmine as middle. Two kinds of vanilla on the base, Indian and Tahitian vanillas, and a white musk. So, not seemingly an overly complex fragrance. However, um, it's just, man, I think souffle is a very well named perfume for this because if you know souffles, they're very airy, very light, and that's what this gives you. It gives you this, not lemon, okay? It has citrus up there. I say orange, and it's because there's not a sharpness to it. There's not a sharp bone in this body, okay? It is so round, so smooth, very well blended, and ultimately, I think like this is something that puts me in this, again, cozy, just very inviting, nice feeling. And I like wearing it to bed because it's calming to me. Um, I've worn it in all different weather. I've worn it in super high heat and it does very well, surprisingly. I've worn it in winter, uh, does well there. It doesn't project that much. It's very, to me, a very close fragrance, but you can smell it when you know in your little scent bubble. So again, maybe not the most oomph in a very cold climate, but it does well all year for me. And like I said, I've worn this, and I know in the Rebecca Minkoff video I mentioned that I don't really like to wear certain fragrances in high heat, but I feel like that orange vibe that this has does well with the heat in my territory, and it doesn't turn um, nasty like some sweet fragrances might. So, you know, if you're a man and you want to wear something that is in the same kind of genre as a sweeter fragrance like a Baccarat Rouge, but you don't want to smell like you're wearing Baccarat Rouge like a lot of people are wearing, then this might be an alternative. And same thing if you're a woman and you want something that is a little bit more unique, but in the same line of sweeter fragrances, give this a shot. There are other options out there. There's the intense version. I've never smelled the intense version, but that is supposed to also be. It got a higher rating on Fragrantica, um, and it has the same notes that this one does. The only thing in the base is benzoin, so I'm not sure what that would do to it, but I'd be interested to compare the two. Um, but yeah, I mean, this one came out, I think, yeah, it came out first. So this was in 2014, then the intense version was in 2017. So have you tried this? Gotten your nose on it? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on the original Shalimar? As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.